Hello, my name is Kenny, and I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about retro gaming and how it's relevant to somebody who's my age. And I'm 18 years old, and I think I speak for most people who are between 18, a little bit younger than me, and maybe even a little bit older than me. I watch a lot of videos, AlphaOmegaSin, Pete Dorr, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. A lot of video game channels, old school Brian, and a lot of them talk about retro video games. Now, I think retro is relative to how old you are. To them, retro is games like Final Fantasy VI, SNES, NES, anything like that. Those were the games that came out when they were really young, like 5 to 8 years old. You know what I mean? They would not consider games on the PlayStation or the PlayStation 2 to be considered retro. That's where, I guess, of course, I have to disagree with that. Retro to me is, would be considered about PlayStation to PlayStation 2. It doesn't seem like it was as long ago, but I'm going to bring up an example of this. Splinter Cell. Does anybody know what year this game came out? This game came out in 2002. November 18th, 2002. And in a couple months, that's going to be 10 years from now. 10 years. I'm 18. This game came out when I was 8 years old. To me, this is considered not only a classic, but to me, it's retro because 10 years ago was a long fucking time for someone who's 18 years old, especially since I was 8 years old when this game came out. Other people, I see on the comments when people say that games from the GameCube could be considered retro or classics. It really depends on who you're talking to and how old the person is. If you're 28 or 25, 10 years ago is, I was 15. That's not retro. You know what I mean? But that's just something I had on my mind because when I played retro games, a lot of the reason why people still play those games, not only because they're very good games for the time, but is a sense of nostalgia that I just simply don't have when it comes to SNES games and NES games, except for Super Mario World, because I played that a lot when I was a little kid. I played some of those older games when I was little, but mostly it was games like Splinter Cell or Zelda. I think one of the first systems I played on was the N64, actually, or maybe the PlayStation. Final Fantasy VII, that's considered a classic to me. I mean, everyone considers that a classic, but for me, it seems like it was a long time ago that I even first saw that game. I don't know. I was just bringing this up, as an example. I don't know. Just kind of something that was on my mind today. Just what is considered retro gaming? What would you consider retro games? If you want, comment and just tell me, how old you are, and what generation would you consider to be retro? Whether it be NES, SNES, fucking Pong, whatever. It's all relative. It's all relative. But yeah. Alright, my name was Kenny, and that's just something I had in my mind. Retro gaming. What the fuck is it? I think that's gonna be the title. Retro gaming. What the fuck is it? Alright, guys. Peace.